To any everyday shopper, it just looks like unpainted metal, but to diecast collectors, it represents the purest form of Hot Wheels history and heaven for customizers. Today, we are opening the newest 2026 Hot Wheels Zamac themed multipack. Every single one of these 6 castings is going straight out of the box and onto the turntable so we can inspect the raw details. First up, the legendary Toyota 2000 GT. In the real world, this car single-handedly changed how the global market viewed Japanese automotive design when it debuted in 1967 because it was Japan's first true supercar. Hot Wheels first brought this casting to the series in 2013, designed by Jun Imai, the same designer that left Hot Wheels and made his own premium diecast brand, Kaido House. This 2026 Zamac execution features striking green racing stripes and the bold number 26 graphic. I don't have any other variations in my collection as it's not one of my favorite JDM cars, but we have seen it on this channel before, last year in the Replay the Classics multipack, also in a Zamac theme. The most wanted and probably the most expensive variation is the one from 2013, the Super Treasure Hunt. We can also mention the RLC release in 2015 and 2 car culture premium variations, Japan Histories in 2016 and Toyota in 2021. Zamac is the raw, unpainted metal that all Hot Wheels cars are made of, and besides this, there is a special segment of Zamac Hot Wheels cars that are exclusive to Walmart stores in the USA. Next is a pure American muscle, the 2010 Ford Shelby GT500 Super Snake. The real-world Super Snake package is the absolute peak of post-title Mustang performance, pushing massive horsepower out of a supercharged V8. Hot Wheels debuted this heavy-hitting casting back in 2011, when I started collecting Hot Wheels cars, and it was one of the first 2 castings I have ever bought. This Zamac variant pops incredibly well thanks to the contrast of the bright yellow racing stripes and detailed headlights, yellow line on the wheels, Super Snake logo, and as a surprise, the side mirrors. Phil Reilman is the designer and he created such an iconic American muscle car, and you can see that in all the color variations released so far. In my collection I have 6 variations, all from the Mainline series, including 2 of the 3 new models, with the red being the one I found myself in the store. Of course, the red is my favorite, but I enjoy all of them, although I am missing probably the most important one and the most expensive, the Super Treasure Hunt from 2013. In 2011 and 2012, I used to open all my Hot Wheels cars and I still have the 3rd first release color variation in yellow. Maybe it's just me, but I enjoy this casting, and although I am missing many variations, most of them are not that expensive or rare, so I can probably find them if I search enough. I would definitely love seeing this cool muscle car in one of the premium series today, Car Culture or Boulevard. I guess I can only hope, or maybe make some noise about them and someone at Mattel might hear. Time for some European racing heritage, the BMW 320 Group 5. This heavily winged silhouette racer dominated touring car tracks in the late 1970s with its massive fender flares and turbocharged power. In the Hot Wheels series has been introduced in 2023 in the Car Culture BMW 2-pack, and it was designed by Mark Jones. For comparison, I have the premium race day version from my collection right here, which it does look better. It has the premium treatment, racing livery, logos and sponsors. Zamac version holds its own charm, utilizing the iconic 3-color BMW M stripes and the number 5 tempo across the raw metal body. The crispness of the casting lines on the unpainted spoiler is absolutely top tier. Probably the best variation out of all its releases so far would have to be the 2-pack one, and it can be found very easy as it has been released 2 times, in 2023 paired with the 1973 BMW 3.0 CSL race car, and in 2025 with the 2001 BMW M3 GTR, the iconic car found in the Need for Speed Most Wanted racing video game. It's a German manufacturer, probably the most known, and when it comes to diecast collectors, I know for a fact they want to have all the BMW models, not to mention these usually increase in value with time, and for those who care about that, this is another chance to add another one to their portfolio. This next one is a fan favorite fantasy turned reality, the Volkswagen Käfer racer. Designed by Mark Jones, this casting takes a classic Volkswagen Beetle and transforms it into an aggressive low-slung track monster inspired by Group 5 racing. In the Hot Wheels series was introduced in 2017 with some interesting color variations, most of them in basic series, but one in Boulevard and one as a Toy Fair exclusive with the Golf livery, and this one is probably the hardest to find and the most expensive. Volkswagen agreed to this and I'm happy they did it, as it turned out to be such a cool casting. I personally enjoyed the fantasy aspect of it, but some collectors might not. In my own collection I only have the Legends of Speed variation, although I would have probably enjoyed the Super Treasure Hunt more, released in 2022. I have not searched, but probably there are real-world variations of the Beetle that looks exactly like this one. The designer might have taken inspiration from one of those. Our fifth car is the ultimate classic American sports car, the 1969 Corvette. The real 1969 Stingray is famous for its timeless Coke bottle styling and ferocious big block V8 options. Hot Wheels has a massive history with the 69 Vette across multiple casting variations over the decades. It was designed by Phil Railman and introduced in the Hot Wheels series in 2006, so a very old casting, at least compared to all other ones in today's set. The specific unpainted Zamac version highlights the sharp creases on the hood and the iconic muscular front arches, and you can really appreciate how clean the classic lines look without heavy paint layers hiding the casting details. In my collection I only have the 2012 Treasure Hunt, still carded, one that I would have enjoyed even if it wasn't a T-Hunt. It has so many color variations in different series, although all of them are basic series and the Super Treasure Hunt in 2014. I also have a loose variation, the Hot Wheels Race Team livery, one rad casting, and it makes me wonder why it hasn't seen that many releases anymore since 2018. One reason would be that Hot Wheels has switched focus to JDM and European castings, especially for premium series. There have been other Hot Wheels collectors and content creators that spoke about this lately, but I hope things will change in the future and we will see more American cars in premium series. Rounding out the multipack is a modern European masterpiece, the Porsche Boxter Spyder. In the real world, the Spyder is the ultimate lightweight purist version of Porsche's mid-engine roadster, designed strictly for driving pleasure with its distinct dual streamliner rear deck. Hot Wheels perfectly captured those sleek speedster lines when they introduced this casting in 2012. In its raw Zamac form, the lack of paint accentuates the aggressive front air intakes and the beautifully sculpted rear end. It looks incredibly fast just sitting still on the turntable, providing that modern sports car look just as good in raw metal as classic muscle. The only variation I have is the first release, the pink tinted window. It has been released 14 years ago, but it only has 3 color variations, and I don't know what happened that Hot Wheels forgot about it, but this is a Porsche I would like to see more often, especially in premium series. These are the new Euro 0 rims and I am still conflicted about liking these. They're not bad in a specific way, I just don't think they look that great on this specific casting. I'll have to see them on other castings to be able to form an opinion. I am always happy Mattel is bringing some of the older castings back, even if they make it through a multipack. If they're desired by collectors, then they might think on adding them to the premium series, where the interest is huge these days. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more diecast unboxings, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next case drop. Happy hunting, and I'll see you at the pegs.